It's another glorious evening in the land of the free and the brave.
And a brave.
And at least for now.
Yeah, right.
To be continued. Real quick tonight, let's get the boilerplate shit out of the way because I know everybody loves to hear this. Our disclaimer, legal notice, whatever the hell you want to call it. Anything we say here is strictly meant for entertainment purposes only. If those words are too big for you to understand, you probably need to leave this channel. I encourage you to do your own research, do your own fact checking with anything we say. This is just a handful of like-minded people talking to hopefully like-minded people, trying to, discuss today's whatever fuckery is afloat or afoot or whatever you want to call it. If you don't understand that or we offend you, I don't really give a shit. Again, refer to my previous comment. This is probably not the channel for you. We have zero fucks to give here. That being said, we can jump right into things. Saxman, how's things going on your end of the world?
They're good. It's a good kind of stress. It's a good stress to have.
I understand, brother. Good things are ahead for you, I'm sure. A couple things I've seen I just want to kind of touch on that really annoyed me, and then we'll get into the subject matter. The first thing I noticed is I'm seeing a lot of people belly aching about fucking EBT and SNAP, and I'm so fucking over it. Cry me a fucking river. This system was created initially to help people in need, and it's been manipulated and abused for decades. And it's been encouraged to be manipulated and abused, and it's used as a bargaining chip to get people to vote, basically.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be relying on a government subsidy to keep you in groceries if there's something fucking wrong with you. Your big ass needs to get up like I do every morning and walk for an hour, work on getting that damn spare tire off you, muffin top, whatever the fuck you got going on. If your thighs are rubbing together, you need to be walking. That being said, and go get you a fucking job and back off the fucking Dunkin' Donuts. All right. I understand some people out there get government assistance because they can't work or they've been injured or whatever, and I totally get that. That's what it's there for. But all you people who have been sucking on the government's teat for eons and teaching your grandkids to do it, fuck you. I have zero fucks to give for you. I don't have any compassion for you. This is you working a system, being part of the fucking problem. It's not the government job, nor the taxpayers, I might add, to let your sorry ass sit on the stoop and do nothing. You're able to run around with a fucking new iPhone and fucking $200 sneakers, but you want to bitch because you can't get your groceries.
Right.
Seems to me there's a problem. There's a breakdown. Okay? And I don't have any I have zero, no empathy. I'm sorry. I've seen family members of my own go through hard times and they couldn't qualify for things.
Yeah, exactly.
And they were denied, but yet the hood rats, not even the hood rats, but there's a lot of people out there working it. They work the system where they'll have 8 kids from 8 different daddies and work the shit out of the system.
Oh, yeah.
There's a problem there. And the system was designed for them to abuse it just like they are. You can thank President Johnson for helping set some of this shit in motion. The motherfucker was in charge during Vietnam. Oh, by the way, and a Democrat.
Yeah.
Just want to put that out there, nuking the Black American nuclear family. But yet the Republicans are the problem, orange man bad. Y'all need to go back and do some research. Just saying. The other thing I want to point out too is I'm seeing a lot of people bitching about the wing of the White House. Who gives two greasy shits? Why is it such a big deal? Okay. Taxpayers didn't pay for none of it. It's all being privately funded. So what's your malfunction? They're taking down a god awful picture of Big Mike that was painted in there. Who the fuck would want that where they're eating anyways or entertaining?
Right.
And Chucky there serving pizza. What the fuck? I don't want to be looking at Big Mike.
No.
I mean, that's like having Hitler and Clinton laying in bed next to you. What would desire you to see that? No. But yeah, they're all bitching and wailing about that. All the people bitching and wailing about the government being shut down. And look, I got close friends and colleagues that are being directly affected by this. And this is not directed at them in any means. They're catching hell for it. Okay. But all these hood rats that are bitching about, and all these people are complaining about Orange Man bad and he needs to open the government. What they need to understand is the shit bags that they keep reelecting are the ones keeping the government closed.
Yeah.
The only thing that we're trying to stop is, I don't know, electric buses in Zambia, free health care for all the illegals that we've got here that shouldn't be here.
Over $1 trillion more in taxes.
Yeah, but that's Orange Man bad.
Yeah,
it's his fault. Meanwhile, we got cities burning because you got people like the government in fucking Portland. They're taking a mental shit instead of taking care of their responsibilities.
Right.
So you're going to blame Orange Man for everything else. So absolutely. I'm just saying. Another thing I saw today that really pissed me off, and I know I troll Nextdoor sometimes because it comes across my email feed, and I probably shouldn't, but I just have to look at the fuckery afoot and how ignorant people are living my zip code. Actually, this I think I saw. Was it Facebook? I saw it. I don't know where I saw his thoughts on Nextdoor. Might be wrong. Another hood rat made the statement: if your little white kids come to his door and they're dressed as an ICE agent, he's going to throw down on them. Let me be unequivocally clear to anyone who has some half-baked, misguided idea that that's going to be cool. If you were to try that shit with the average white guy, Spanish guy, black guy, whoever, I don't know. I guess you're specifying they have to be white. So I hope they'll have a suntan. You mess around and hit, Jose's kid, because you could get cut.
Right.
With that being said, let's just say that you take it upon yourself to put hands on my child or one of theirs. It's going to make the fucking news, and I'm going to be very clear. You're going to be the motherfucker getting dragged out somewhere. Either in a body bag or on a stretcher.
Right.
You lay hands on my child, my grandchild, or any fucking body else on my fucking watch, and we're going to make the news. To think and be that warped in your thinking that you're going to lash out at a child because you're throwing a mental temper tantrum and, again, taking a mental shit because you cannot process existing like a normal human being. You think you're going to put hands on an innocent child?
Once. And you can do a lot of stuff once.
It'll be, somebody will go full fucking Judge Dredd on somebody's ass. How many motherfuckers you think are out here walking with their kids and aren't armed in this day and age? Are you that fucking idiotic?
Right.
You think your big sloppy motherfucking ass is going to step out on that front porch and go to snatch one of them kids or slap them or do something to them? It will be the last fucking thing you do before either A, you're in ICU getting fucking copper-coated candy dug out of your ass, B, getting a jaw wired shut, or C, seeing what lays that for you in the afterlife. One of those three things is going to happen. Now, let me be unequivocally clear here to all the brown shirts out here in TV land or wherever the fuck we are. I'm not trying to promote violence. I am merely trying to make people aware that this will be if you're dumb enough to try this, it's going to be a FAFO moment.
Oh, I mean, yeah, expect repercussions if you're going to try
Oh,
to
you
hurt
expect
a child.
severe repercussions.
Yeah.
You put hands on a child and you crossed a line that you cannot uncross.
Yeah.
Now, granted, if you got a beta male somewhere, well, first off, it's a beta male. They're not going to let the kid dress like that because they're afraid it might offend their great grandmother's cousin's uncle's sister.
Right.
But you get an alpha up in that bitch or an omega, it's your ass. And it don't have to be a male, it can be a female because I met some alpha females that'll eat your ass up.
Oh, yeah.
So you go ahead and try that dumb shit. You know, I mean, let's go ahead and fuck up another tradition because your dumb ass won't stay inside or get committed somewhere. I got a better idea. Why don't your dumb ass go to one of your fucking house parties or whatever barbecues you motherfuckers have and get in the fucking shooting over there with a bunch of y'all and y'all just handle your shit there.
Yeah.
Stay the fuck out of being rest of society since you want to act like a bunch of fucking barbarians. Go hang out with barbarians. Am I wrong?
No, agreed.
I mean, we live in a civilized society, correct?
It's supposed to be, yeah.
By definition, you should have to behave civilized. Last time I checked, we're not running around fucking loincloths and animal pelts throwing spears and shit. We drive things like cars and have running water and can take a shit in a room. And air conditioning.
All air conditioning. Toilet paper.
I mean, yeah, I got TP by the fucking truckload, at least for now until the next pandemic. Or plandemic, whatever you call it. All right, I'm sorry. I got way off in a ditch there. It's just that thing, really. Anything that deals with kids just pisses me off no end. And I got zero tolerance for it.
Right.
But let's jump into the whole ICE thing right here. I ran across some information from a buddy of mine about a week ago. Got a little bit, and I've gotten a little bit more as it's gone forward. And a lot of these ICE operations you're seeing, they're utilizing, from what I'm understanding, I'm hearing they're utilizing like SWAT teams, U.S. Marshals, different people from different municipalities, different states, and bringing them up into these problem areas and having them participate in these raids. Not only in these raids, but defense of different facilities like the Portland facilities and things like that, Chicago. Those aren't all your standard ICE agents.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of you are actually aware of that, but they're bringing in other assets to bolster their numbers and be able to defend these locations and their agents. And I think that's smart. That's what you should do, because the whole purpose of ICE, I know we hate this word, but the ATF, a lot of these other government agencies, they need local support in order to do what they need to do. They don't have manpower to dump all their agents in one location.
Yeah. And, when the federal government actually uses their agencies the way that they're supposed to be run, instead of, agencies that basically shit all over your, your constitutional rights.
Yep.
Then for the most part, I am, thumbs up on it. And you want to protect that. But yeah, as normally, in the past 30 years that you've had to deal with the ATF, BATF, whatever you can call them, whatever iteration, they've really been kind of jackasses. So very anti-American organization.
Right, exactly. I completely agree. Hold on one second. I'm looking up something I want to bring up real fast. Oh, let's see here. All right, this is something I saw. I don't know if this is going kind of the ICE thing off the weeds a little bit. Um, I pulled this off. I actually pulled this off a feed I had earlier. Let me see if I can pull took a screenshot of it. Bear with me. Sometimes my phone has Tourette's. All right, it looks like Zelle. Um, Somebody took a picture of their email they got or whatever,
Yeah.
and basically it says you sent $250 to so and so Gutierrez at so and so from account ending in such and such, confirmation such and such. Bank of America has placed this transfer on hold so we can conduct further review. Upon completion of the review, we'll process your transfer or contact you for more details. No further action is required from you at this time. Okay, what's happening is, from what I'm understanding now, I have no confirmation on this, but it sounds like all these electronic transfer companies like Zelle, I would assume it's the same way with some of the other. What's the other ones that do Cash App?
Oh yeah, Cash App.
I would
Hell,
assume if it's affecting one, it's affecting all of them. But it sounds like the Department of Treasury is getting involved now. I guess they're trying to flag money being sent to. It may be a way for them to try to cut down on the money being sent to illegals or sent back home by illegals or whatever, because they can't use banks because they have no ID
right.
or no social security number. I don't think. Now,
Well, so you can send it. I right around the corner from me, there is a place that advertises sending your money back to China.
right?
So I mean, that was kind of the deal for the past 20 years is they could send money back, and that was part of the problem in the first place was you're making money over here, you're sending money back, and that whole well they're paying into the tax base. Well, no, because they're sending money back and not paying taxes on it. You're paying a fee for wire transfers.
Right.
Western Union back in Mexico City or Shanghai, but
Yeah, I don't see Pony Express either.
no,
But well, I think what it is, if this is true, now again, I have nothing to verify one way or the other. Of course, you got them saying there's no, I guess, there's no verification yet of it or whatever, one way or the other. It would be one way for the Treasury Department to start making it harder for this money to go. Let's say that you're trying to send some money to your cousin's uncle who just came across the border,
right,
or vice versa, or whatever. You're trying to shift money around to keep it hidden or to help um, another relative or friend who happens to be here as undocumented. It also, the only bad thing about it is it affects U.S. citizens that are here legally, because if you're doing it by last name, I mean, I got a good friend. My good friend next door.
yeah,
He's second generation. Good man. But it's a shame if it affects people like that.
right,
Unfortunately, because we've allowed this to get so out of hand and become such a fucking problem, you're going to have people affected by it regardless. There's nothing
yeah,
you can do about it. But if you make it more difficult and make it less appealing for people to do this, the problem will kind of correct itself, because criminality works kind of like water. It looks for the path of least resistance.
yeah,
Now, when they come and when a criminal activity sets up shop somewhere, it generally does it where it doesn't have a lot of scrutiny and then get away manipulating things and basically making bank. If you make that hard, then they're going to go somewhere else where they don't have to deal with that bullshit. That's how
exactly,
it's always been. It's going to become a problem somewhere else for somebody else, because they're going to get tired of the harassment and losing profit from where they're at, because they don't want their bottom line affected.
yeah,
Same thing with the cartels. Man, it all works the same way.
Right.
It's just like now all of a sudden, because you've got somebody with some fucking balls that's not asleep or drooling all the fucking time in the White House, notice the border's kind of gotten a little quiet. Now, I'm not saying they aren't still coming across. Granted, they're probably doing it from Canada now, but the point being, you don't have the huge influx you had.
Yeah. Or
Um,
the open invitation.
right, right, and companies that were supporting it and trying to, like the Red Cross and some of these other organizations are trying to, basically give them a gift wrapped invitation. I think, you're not seeing as much of that. At least it's not being reported. I don't know if it's actually stopped, but these things are beginning to happen where, you're not seeing near as much as you did.
Yeah.
And I think that in itself is a good thing, because the less influx you got, my concern is now, and this kind of goes into the whole other half of our segment too. They're calling the whole Muslim takeover of the United States a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
All
Go to
right.
Dearborn, Michigan. Go to
Well,
Houston, Texas.
go to fucking New York City.
Yeah.
Allah Akbar. Motherfuckers in the middle of the street. All right. And I know in Georgia, they've got one that's running for governor.
Yep.
Now, here's the thing. And I'm not trying to sit here and slander an entire culture, or we'll say culture. I'm not going to call them a race because it's not. We're all human.
Right.
There is no difference. There's cultural differences. I was in a Home Depot. Was it last weekend? I was in a Home Depot recently. I don't remember what day it was. But anyways, a lady came up to me and she was in the hijab or hijab or whatever the hell you call it, but her face wasn't covered.
Right.
Looked to be like she was possibly black, not your Arab.
Like Nigerian black? Yeah.
No,
Oh.
because she didn't have any accent. She talked like me and you.
Oh, okay.
But she was asking me about some painting or doing some painting or whatever, and wanting to use some caulk to fix some places and whatnot. And I got to talk to her, but I had a pleasant conversation with her. Actually, probably saved her a couple $100 because she's going to buy a sprayer and everything else. I said, no. For what you're doing, you don't need all that. And so I was explaining to her what she needed, how to do it, kind of directing her what to get. And have pleasant interaction. Now, right. I'm not saying that there aren't some out there you can have pleasant interaction. Then if they get the order, somebody's out there running around with a fucking bomb vest on, taking out a school bus.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that can't happen. God forbid it does. I mean, let's just be real here. But what I'm trying to say here is I don't believe that it's the entire culture. I believe you have zealots in every culture who promote this fucking insanity, and they're the ones who give everybody a bad name.
Right.
Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being way too naive about it. I don't know. But that, like I said again, this wasn't a. I believe this wasn't somebody who was always Muslim.
Right.
I believe they were maybe converted over into being Muslim because it was like talking to a educated black woman.
Right.
Or, one that had some class. I don't want to come across the wrong way. It was an educated black woman. We'll just leave it at that. And she seemed to, just be legitimately having a conversation with somebody and wanted some information and was very nice about it. And we had a good conversation. I'd like to say that I believe a lot of the people you come in contact with may be that way.
Yeah.
But you've always got those assholes that make a bad example for everybody. I mean, it's just like white people got the KKK to thank for a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
That make us look like a bunch of assholes. Um, I mean, I'm just putting it out there. Nobody's without skeletons in their closet at some point. The point I'm making is, what we're seeing, and we've talked about this before about the whole color revolution. Um, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but that's kind of what we got going on. And I was talking to my wife today, and I said I really think we're headed for some kind of civil discord, uprising, something. It's coming, but I don't think it's what everybody thinks it is. And she said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, it's always been we thought it'd be between the white man and the black man having it out, and that could still happen. Um, but I think we've missed the bigger picture. And what you're seeing is you're seeing the Muslims, I'm going to say radicalized Muslims, infiltrating government and infiltrating our society in key places.
Yeah.
Um, like you said, look at Austin, look at New York City, look at Dearborn, Michigan. Look at where's is Omar in Michigan or is she in Wisconsin somewhere or something? Or not in Wisconsin, Minnesota. She's in Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota.
So where you get these footholds, they start going in, they try, like, let's take, for instance, New York City. If this clown gets in as mayor, does Kathy Hochul think that she's going to stay governor?
No.
Is she that fucking stupid? Because if he gets in the governor's seat, in the mayor's seat, her days as governor are numbered. She won't make another election.
Yeah, it's the same principle as the whole white what do you call it, where you're ashamed of being white. It's that
White
whole,
guilt.
yeah, white guilt. So you have all, even in Republican governors, stuff like that, and there are some of them that either don't understand the ramifications of it, or they refuse to see it. They know it's there,
Right.
but it is a bigger problem than, Johnny Jihadi wants to go blow up something. It's the fact that they and they do this in every country that they go to. It's, you come in, you're protected, you have protected status as a minority. Anything done towards you is, oh, I'm so sorry, very, oh, don't hurt me. And then as soon as you start popping out little babies and or going around door to door, and uh, it's, 5 times a day call to prayer. That's being legalized now in a lot of communities,
Uh-huh.
where they've stopped doing church bells because that was too loud, on Sunday. Um, but you sure as shit can, 5 days a week, 7 days a week, you can have going off, um, and it becomes a bigger. You can look all over social media and actually see, they will tell you what the plan is. The
Yeah,
plan
they're,
is
they're not
not,
hiding it.
yeah, it's not to come in and be a, a super sweet person and do all this. It's to literally take over your government.
Yeah, and breed you out.
Yeah.
Look, I know that all this sounds crazy. Okay, I get it. And look, I don't want to try and come across here as some kind of racist or anything else, because I'm not. I truly am not. But there is a cancer in this country, and it's eating away at our sovereignty and the very foundation of what this country was founded on. We're a Christian country. We were a country founded on Christian principles and beliefs.
Oh, I mean,
Period.
yeah, say, uh, that it's a cancer in this country, dude. It's a cancer everywhere it hits. I mean,
I
literally.
agree, but I can't worry about everywhere else. I got to worry about
No,
here.
and
And
I agree with you. But all you have to do as a sane, you know, thinking person, look what's happened to Germany. Look what's happened to France, Great Britain.
oh, good
Um,
Lord.
any country that is founded on Western ideals of democracy or democratic representation is not conducive to their religion.
Well, have you seen overseas where I know one country, the babysitter cut the head off the child they were watching. It was walking through the street, hollering "Allah Akbar," carrying the child's head.
I don't doubt it. And they probably just got community service if it was in the
No, they
UK.
got committed to
Oh,
a mental health hospital. Now they're getting released.
oh, there you
And that's not the first time I've heard that happen. The point I'm making is that, like, take Great Britain. Their people are realizing we're fucked. We've got to do something. But see, Great Britain has a couple of things going against them. Number one, these are the same motherfuckers that they can't own guns. It's a fucking penal colony for the most part. If they do own a gun, they've got to jump through a bunch of ridiculous hoops and have it locked in a damn
Oh yeah, you got to sign
eight
out for it.
factor security safe that you only can open on the eighth day of the third solstice of every month. And you only can discharge one round and only can have 3 bullets. It's so crazy. And then, so they don't have anything ready to rise up against tyranny,
Yeah,
right? And again, I'm not promoting violence, but they're very limited in what they can do. And if the government decides, let's say that the government fully goes, Sharia, they're fucked.
yeah.
What are they going to do? What are they going to fight with? Pitchforks?
I don't know because they only got 5 guns over there.
That's what I'm saying. And 4 of them are 100 years old.
Yeah, right.
So, they're, I don't know. That's going to be rough. Now, some of the European countries are waking up. I think Germany's waking up. There's another country that said they're banning the hijab or whatever the hell it's called, and you either adapt or get out.
Yeah.
And I can't think what country it was. It's another European country. I'm sorry, I
One of
can't
the
think what it
Nordic
is.
countries did that.
Do what?
I said one of the Nordic countries did that as well.
That's what I'm thinking. I think it's a Nordic country that did it. I think
Yeah.
that's who I'm referring to. I just can't remember which one. Was it Norway maybe or Sweden?
One of the two.
It was a Nordic country though. And they said, nah, you either assimilate or get out. And really, that's how it should be here. We are the great melting pot, and I agree with that. But what's happened is over the past, I'm going to say it's been more than 20 years. I'm going to say it's been going on longer than that. When you start going somewhere and everything's printed in multi languages on the signs, there's your problem.
Yeah.
It's fine if you want to cater to the Hispanic community because you're Hispanic or you're in a Hispanic community, but it shouldn't be written in multiple languages.
All right.
You're in the United States of America. It should be in English. Now, if your employees can speak Spanish or you happen to be Hispanic and you speak Spanish in there to the Spanish customers, fine. But we've allowed ourselves through, I don't know if we were just asleep at the wheel or what it was, but we've allowed ourselves to be back so far in a corner that I'm going to be completely honest. I don't say we're going to get out of this.
I don't either because I can remember years and years ago, back in the '90s, Rush talking about multiculturalism and how basically it was going to destroy the country. Um, it's one of those whenever they throw out that platitude of, diversity is our strength. When has diversity ever been a strength? Never.
Yeah.
Um, being of the same, when you want the same outcome for your country, that's unity is your strength, not diversity.
That's it. DEI ain't gonna get you nowhere.
No.
It'll get you laughed at, and it will make everything you work so hard for go straight in the shitter momentarily.
Oh yeah, and you see how fast it's happening to Canada.
Oh yeah, Canada's going straight in the shitter too.
I
I
mean,
mean, but the problem with Canada is they're following suit to the UK.
yeah, it's
The
just they're
difference
doing it
is,
so much faster than we did.
yeah, and Canada is just it's the same deal. They don't have the ability to stop their government from running them over, and that's exactly what the government's doing. And see, if we're not careful as a country, we're going to be right there in the same boat.
Right.
Um, it's coming, and I'm gonna get. What I'd like you to do, Saxman, because you've got. I think you're one talking about that whole thing in the Permian Basin. Now, I understand it's not with Muslims, but the
Oh
whole
yeah, yeah.
process, the whole premise is basically what the Muslims are trying to do, and I'd like you to kind of hit on that for people who don't know it.
Yeah, so there is a county, and it's a super rich county in far west Texas. There are literally just a few thousand permanent residents in this county. Now, they, again, being it, when I say super rich, in your head you conjure up, like mansions and stuff like that. No, it's little towns, people that actually know how to, they live below their means. If you drove through it and blinked, you'd miss it. Okay, but what has happened is you've got this shyster guy from up north who's tried to do a couple of different stunts like this too. Has started buying up land, like big chunks of land, and then separating them out into basically like a subdivision.
Like parcels.
Yeah, parcels of land, and saying, "Hey, come down here, live on the land, so you have residency in Texas and in this county, and we're just going to basically take over the city government. We'll take over the county government, and we can just run rough trot over anything we want to do out here." Um, yeah, so that's what's happening out there, and of course, now that it was announced, um, you've got the state comptroller, you've got lieutenant governor, the governor, um, all this looking into it and trying to stop it. But and it's kind of like with the whole country too. We're not getting hit by one thing. We're
No.
getting hit by it's like socialism, um, in its raw, dirty form has. We're getting hit with the Muslim thing. We're getting hit with um, you know, blatant socialists and or communists, especially up in the Northeast. I mean, the Northwest, Washington, Oregon, stuff like that. And now you've got people, um, and there's a community in Georgia that wants to be exclusively melanated folk. Uh, you know, if you're not melanated, you're not. They don't want you living there. Um, But yet, for the past 60 years, we've been saying, hey, let's all get along. Um, and I absolutely think it's outside influences and not necessarily stuff that originates here in the U.S. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I think you got weak minds being manipulated.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm right there with you. I totally agree.
And I hate
Yeah.
to, it makes us sound, it really does, like you said earlier, it makes us sound like a bunch of backward hillbilly, redneck racists. But all you have to do is have a critical mind and think about just think about what's going on.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not. I've got good friends from all across the different spectrums. I got coworkers. Um, one of my best friends called her my work wife. You know, very educated black woman. Husband was very educated. Great people. Die in a world Democrat. We would argue like two feral cats every day. But we could argue, but nobody else could argue with us.
Yeah, you didn't hate each other.
No, no, we. That's what I'm saying. And I would give the shirt off my back for that lady and her family, and she'd do the same for me. Great, great people. And um, my former boss, same deal. I've worked for several black men and women. I have no problem with them. I always got. I mean, I'm close friends with my former boss. Um, Man next door, a good friend of mine. You know, I've worked for him. He's second generation Mexican. Don't have a problem with him. You know,
Yeah.
it's not a racial, for lack of a better term, it's not a racial or cultural issue. It's those bad apples that get out here and start preaching this hate and fucking insanity. The average person, whether they're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever, just wants to be left alone to live their life.
Yeah.
Chase the American dream, what's left of it. And when you start trying to step in and force these ideologies and these, you know, it's my way or it's like you're trying to force all this shit. It's just like them trying to force the whole. We'll get to it in a minute. I'm about to go down the rabbit hole. I had to stop myself. It's not the creed or national origin or the religion or the any of the social groups, anything. It's the individual. It's that bad fucking seed that can't shut up.
Right.
That has to scream the loudest. And unfortunately, we've allowed ourselves to get so polarized because let's face it, as a people, we have been played by our government and the people in charge and the world, the 1% has played the people of the world like a damn cheap violin.
Oh yeah.
Um, and if we don't wake up, and remember, we're the last best place to live. I don't care what anybody says. All these movie stars run their fucking mouth there. You see, they're still living here. They're Orange Man bad and we're leaving, but they ain't fucking packed up.
Right.
But they're big on running their mouth like it's their platform to talk about how they've got a better insight of how Americans should respond. You motherfuckers live in a damn glass house, ivory tower, and look down at the masses as your little sheeple. You're so fucking detached from day-to-day life. You've got people that do every mundane thing for you, probably wipe your ass if they have to. And you're going to sit here and dictate to the average working Joe, how you feel voting for that man. You're wrong. You should be doing this. Who the fuck are you to tell me what I should be doing?
Yeah.
Your fucking ass probably hadn't driven yourself anywhere in, I don't know, since you've been a fucking movie star
Just since the 80s, right?
or a damn athlete or whatever. Don't come to me dictating to me what I should be doing when you haven't walked 20 steps in my damn shoes.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass. You're the last person that should be giving advice for any kind of decision because most of your decisions are either about money or about some fucking debauchery you got damn tied up in, like Epstein or whatever you're doing.
Right.
Because all you sick motherfuckers are a bunch of damn twisted fucks. I can count the number of people that are in Hollywood that I halfway respect, and I guarantee it ain't many of them.
No. On one hand.
Yeah, exactly. Now there's some of them I'd like to hang out with and just get a read on. You know, like having some poker buddies.
Right.
But for the most part, yeah, y'all need to be on the part of the California slides off into the ocean. We would be better off without you.
True.
And I did say that. We've gotten too attached as a society to false prophets, which is exactly what a movie star and what a damn athlete is. We worship the wrong thing, and we worship technology, another false prophet. We were warned about these things, but we've been conditioned to accept them. Now, it's like this whole transgender bullshit, right? That shit was stuffed down our throat for 4 fucking years by that damn bedwetting piece of shit we had in the White House.
Right.
Okay. And they're all fucked in the head. If you don't know, look, if you don't know what your plumbing is, or your plumbing's inconvenient because you can't win in the sport your fucking sex is for, so you got to go beat down a bunch of women so you can feel, like you're an athlete.
Yeah.
You need a severe fucking attitude adjustment. Like that fucktard Leah Thomas or Bubba McSchlitz or whatever you want to call him, the dude that swims that has a tuckable.
Right.
That motherfucker right there, he should be stripped of everything. And somebody ought to give him an atomic wedgie and throw him out in the yard.
I wish there was somebody named Bubba McSchlitz.
Well, I'm just saying.
Awesome.
I mean, you know. And so you got people like that, and then you got these people, these parents who get up at these. I saw some parents at I don't remember if it was a football game or where it was, but they were throwing the finger at the fucking camera because members of one of the teams sat out because they allowed a male on a female team. And they were pissed off at the girls.
Yeah, of course.
What the fuck is wrong with you brain damaged bitches? And again, I have much respect for women. I'm not.
Yeah, women.
Let me just be clear. I'm not trying to be some kind of chauvinistic fuck here. But when I see shit like that, that's a bitch. I mean, when you're that fucking warped, you're going to stand up there and bitch and moan because some girls had the balls, well, not the balls, the backbone, to say, no, this isn't right. We're not going to participate. We're parking our ass.
Right.
If more people would do that, if you had whole teams that just sat down and said, fuck this shit would stop.
Yeah, it would go away.
But see, you've got so many things in play that, it's going to be manipulated and accepted by a lot, especially in a blue area. Because they're all about, we got to pad the books however we can.
Well, it's, mommy and daddy that enable their, child's mental illness or just confusion. That's just horrible parenting, man.
Yeah, somebody's fucking checked out. And I'm over it. I'm over hearing about this shit. I'm over it trying to be forced out. I mean, I fight an uphill battle, and this with my granddaughter and where she goes to school.
Right.
And it's like, I'm just waiting either between the bullying because of her skin color or somebody starting to try and push some fucked up ideology. That it's not going to end well.
Yeah. Well, that was.
It shouldn't be this way, guys. It should not be this way. And I know I'm off on a tangent here, and I apologize. I will get back on subject. It's just that, there's a lot of things we're all passionate about. I think everybody can agree we're passionate about our families and our children, our grandchildren, and what they have to look forward to down the road. And if we don't reel this bullshit in, I personally don't want to see my granddaughter in a fucking, whatever they call them, damn burkas or whatever the hell it is they wear.
Trash bag?
Looks like a fucking sheet somebody stole off a damn Kmart display.
Burka.
I'm just saying. I don't want to see my family in that shit. I don't want to see my kids and grandkids kneeling on a fucking rug somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was like I was watching, I can't remember this guy. He is awesome on YouTube. Not YouTube. He's on Facebook. Justin Stahl, I think. He's one who always says, I'm your Huckleberry at the end of his videos.
Yeah.
He tells it like it is, and he ran a video where it showed a Muslim guy. I guess he was up in somewhere up on the East Coast, and he was talking about, yeah, we're taking over and we're coming. All that pork, that shit's got to go. This, that, and you're going to be paying a tax if you're not a Muslim. All that. I'm looking at saying, what fucking planet are you on?
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
I'll go and get a bag of pork rinds and eat the motherfuckers in front of you. And if you piss me off, I'll sling them on you. I mean, you don't dictate to me. I don't care what ideology you are. I'm not going to come to you and try to force my shit on you. But I'll be damned if you're going to come to me and force some yours on me.
Yeah.
And I'm not the only one that thinks that way. And it's not limited to the color of this hand either. I guarantee there's people with some different damn tones in their skin tone. They're going to feel the exact same damn way I do.
Right.
So think that shit through, Malik, because you're going to get yourself in some trouble. And it's not limited to the plumbing either. I know some damn women will tear your ass up too if you try that shit. Good luck. Try that in a small town. You might be able to get away with it in New York City.
All right.
But try it in the South. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're right. Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I like a good barbecue sandwich when I have a taste for it. Just like good brisket, if they know how to fix it. And you're going to tell me I can't have that? Yeah, no. You can kiss my ass. You better go march your ass back up to that halal meat shop up the fucking block and get you something to eat and stay the fuck out of my damn face.
All right.
Just saying. But what I'm going back to, and I'm sorry, I keep getting off these tangents. If people would start standing up and just saying, no, we're not accepting this shit anymore. Don't, like when you see these groups of people trying to force ideologies on you and whatnot, you got to stop it.
Yeah.
You got to stand up and say enough. Because that's the only way this is going to go away. Because if it goes to the next level, and I can't say that online, but we all sitting here that got more than 30 IQ points know where I'm just saying.
Right.
It don't get any nicer.
No.
And I don't want to wish that on anybody. And you're already seeing violence and people attacking people and shit like that because of their skin color and different things like that, and because they're white or because of this, because of that. If we as a society are degenerating to that, that's not good.
Yeah.
And if we don't get that in handled in a quickness, we're up shit creek as a country.
Right.
Now, that being said, I know earlier we talked about the ICE and using different resources and things and whatnot. I've heard that some of these people that have been pulled from these different regions are being told to just cool their heels in these regions that are assigned right now because they're about to be mobilized for a bigger event somewhere. Now, that kind of makes me wonder what's going on. Now, I know we've got a lot of shit going on with Venezuela.
Yeah.
Now, I understand about wanting to stop the drug cartels and things like that, and maybe I don't have access to the intelligence briefings the White House does or the Pentagon. So I'm probably speaking out of turn here, but I'm going to go ahead and say what I think. It seems to me, with all we have going on, fucking with Venezuela right now just doesn't seem like the right call. We've got unrest in our own fucking streets. We've got, I don't care what you say, we have a Muslim takeover in progress in this country. You already know that Omar lied on shit. You already know that Madani lied on his
Oh, yeah.
Teaser or something. Both of them could be deported, but nothing's being done.
Right.
We should be passing laws where if you are not a resident of the United States, not a fucking citizen of the United States born here, you cannot hold office.
Right.
Period. Ever.
Absolutely.
If we did that, that would stop 90% of the problem. This dual citizenship bullshit, you can't be in the U.S. government. Period.
Yeah. No, I mean that's a clear conflict of interest right there.
It's a clear and present danger because you've got another priority on there. Like if you're Somali American, I mean, granted, your home country's a shithole, but hey, you know,
Well, fix it.
yeah, move back there. Get running water and some shitters.
I mean,
Maybe go to the hospital.
if you hate it so bad, but you love the place that you came from, fix it.
Yeah. Stop trying to turn our country into your little fiefdom or fiefdom. That's just a thought. You know, I think that there's got to be some drastic measures taken, or we're going to be fucked.
Yeah.
And I've got serious reservations about if we have people who have the testicular fortitude to get it done. It's very, I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith. I pray every night, and I hope and pray, but sometimes I think the good Lord's going to kind of let us fall on our face to realize what we've fucked up, and we're going to have to figure a way out of it.
Right.
Now, what I will say is the good Lord never puts a challenge in front of you cannot overcome. The problem is you got to be willing to make that journey.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you need to be a willing participant.
Yeah, because if you aren't willing to make that journey, you'll never get out of that situation. You'll only make it worse. You know the situation I went through this summer.
Right.
And it was one of those deals where it was either sink or swim.
Yeah.
And it was exactly what I just said. It was a situation you can't overcome, but you've got to be willing to overcome it and run the gauntlet.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that. Of course, a lot of people, don't even believe in God anymore. And I'm not one to sit here and preach. I haven't gone to a regular church service, and I can't tell you when. But that doesn't mean I don't believe in God. It just means that my relationship with God is my business, not yours. And that's not me saying anything to you at all, brother. I'm just saying.
Oh no.
Use it as an example. My relationship with God and what I believe is my business.
Yeah.
And how I choose to interact with the Lord is my business. Just like it's your business, how you do your thing. Now, if you're one of these fucktards out here with blue hair who worships the rainbow pumpkin or whatever, that's your prerogative, but don't tell me I got to do it.
Yeah.
Because absentee ain't gonna do it. One other thing I wanted to hit on before we get off here, because I know people are ready to do their thing. How many of you have been listening to all this bullshit for the past 2 months about this fucking rock in space?
Oh, yes.
Atlas 3i, whatever the fuck it is.
It's aliens.
Or 3i Atlas or whatever. Okay, let's break it down. If this is alien, like, I can't pronounce it, AV, whatever his name is, the dude that said it could be, intelligent craft. If it's aliens and they're coming here, we're fucked. Okay, let's just get that out there.
Right.
Because we're so busy with all the fuckery going on our own planet with our own fucking race. I mean, let's face it. If this was the Vulcans out of Star Trek, they roll up the fucking windows and keep going.
Right.
Don't stop there.
There's no logic in stopping there.
No, it's illogical. The Klingons are fucking mucus.
Right.
The point I'm making is I'm kind of wondering if this isn't a distraction. And I'm
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
wondering, like, the whole ballroom thing, is that a distraction? There's so many things going on, and there's a lot of other shit going on in the background, and there's so much fuckery going on at so many levels of our society and our government and the world around us. It's hard to disseminate and prioritize what you need to stay on top of. You can't fucking do it.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
too much.
It's
You see what I'm saying? Does that make
information
sense?
overload.
And I love my wife, bless her heart, but I do not see how she functions listening to shit like she listens to all fucking day long. I can't. I have to unplug. I don't care if it's to go watch paint dry. I got to do something to clear my mind. I can't focus on whatever level of government fuckery is going on and then jump over to the next one.
Right.
I can't do it. I've got to maintain some semblance of sanity. I mean, bruh, nah, I can't do it. I got to unplug. It's not healthy.
It's always aliens, man.
All I can say is, if it is aliens, it's an extinction level event, people.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to tell you, we ain't got shit. If that's alien technology flying by, giving us the finger, saying we'll be back,
Oh, yeah.
what are we gonna do?
Toast.
Not a damn thing.
No.
And it just seems like every time I turn around, you keep seeing more and more and more. And now NASA's at, what is it, the space defense something they've activated or whatever. For what? Last time I checked, the fucking thing was going to be how many hundreds of
Yeah.
miles, or not miles, I forget how far, like millions of miles away. What? It's going to make a U-turn and hit the fucking Indian Ocean?
That might not be a bad thing.
I'm just saying, we've got more pressing concerns.
Yeah.
Than staring at a rock. Now, if the sun bitch is going to collide with something and then make a meteor shower on the planet and we end up like damn Greenland, like the movie, okay, I might want to know about that. Albeit there won't be a whole hell of a lot I can do. I can roll the dice and try to GTFO from where I'm at. But I'm just saying,
Yeah, no, at that point, it's just, kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, you haven't got a lot of options. You just got to do a lot of praying and trying to find somewhere to hold up and hope for the best.
Right.
But I'm just saying, in closing, I'm just trying to say, watch out for the distractions. Definitely pay attention to things that are going on. I think that as of October 31st, all your, the EBT and SNAP benefits, all that shit is out the window, right?
I think so.
I don't think food stamps are. Food stamps were already budgeted in. That's another misconception, if I remember correctly. They were budgeted in with Social Security and everything else, so they're not going anywhere. But that's not what they're saying. They're trying to spin it like that's going to go away too. And now, if this goes on into the next year, you might have a problem.
Right.
But I really believe that if this goes beyond Christmas, it'll resolve itself first of the year.
Yeah.
Because it will not have had the desired effect. I mean, yeah, the great unwashed are all blaming Trump. Trump's not the one that did this.
No, I mean, it's not a Republican thing.
It's those socialist fucktards on the other side of it. Oh. They're doing this to hurt the very people that they need to get the votes from.
That they love.
Yeah. They're trying to hurt as many people as they possibly can to turn votes against the people who are trying to run them the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's all this is. It's a ploy. And it's sad that we as a people have allowed our government to be able to do this to its people, because they're using us as cattle. That's all it is. And you're too fucking ignorant to realize it. That's we've allowed this to happen. And like I said, I've got good friends that this is directly affecting, and it sucks. It shouldn't be affecting them. But, all those shitbags on the side of the aisle that wanting this, they're not looking out for the people. They want to get free shit for all the illegals, so the illegals will get to vote for them and ensure they've got votes. That's all it's about. And
Yeah.
give free shit to all the people that they're trying to hurt right now. Funny how they don't want to vote for the very same budget that they voted for that blithering bed shitter. It's the same budget he passed that they all
Yeah.
voted for.
It just doesn't look the same. It's optics.
Yeah. So they decided to, make this stand. And then you got that senile Bernie Sanders and fucking Mr. Ed's brain damaged cousin, AOC.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mandani all out there doing some big ass fundraiser somewhere. And it's like, you're all socialists.
Right.
And the people that are supporting you are a bunch of retards. They never have read, apparently, they don't understand socialism does not work. Look at China, look at Cuba, look at the USSR.
It's just not the
Three
right
glaring
people have tried
examples
it.
of it don't work. And you're so fucking ignorant. You know,
The
you're
right people
promoting
haven't tried it.
undoing the best place in the fucking world to live for a ignorant ideal that will not work.
Right.
And then by then you've destroyed the country and destroyed everything it's built upon, and you don't have the fucking testicular fortitude to fix it. It'll be fucked for generations.
Oh yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
be parceled off. Part of us will be part of Mexico. Part of us will be part of fucking Canada, whatever socialist shithole it becomes. Who knows what the rest of us will be? Maybe the Native Americans will take it back and fix something. I mean, it can't be no worse. But I digress. Sax man, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Fire off some closing arguments. Spread some knowledge on us.
Man, now more than ever, um, we dodged a bullet before, but man, you still got to get prayed up. Um, and like you said, watch the distractions because they're everywhere. It's that information overload that they want. So that's what I got.
I agree, brother. Well said. To everyone out there, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me rant. I tried to keep it on. I try to keep on point, but sometimes I get off my rabbit holes. And I apologize for it being sporadic coming back and forth, but life's just been throwing us a lot of curveballs. We will do our best to be here as consistently as possible. But that being said, everybody out there, watch your six. I think if you're going to start seeing a lot more thievery and a lot more fuckery out here, because I think people are going to start acting out when it comes to food and stealing shit and everything else, because you got people out there pushing that narrative, and you got so many fucking weak-minded people who follow that shit and believe it. When you're out here doing your grocery shopping, when you're out here doing your shopping for Christmas, Black Friday, any of that other stuff, this shit's still going on. You need to keep your head on a swivel and be prepared.
Absolutely.
If you do not understand what that means, do some research. Do not be a victim. Do not be a statistic. Your job is to protect you and yours, because help is not coming.
Yeah.
You need to understand that. You catch yourself in a bad situation, you need to be in a position where you can handle it, or at least remove you and extricate you and your loved ones out of said situation until the authorities arrive. Just say it. Keep your head on a swivel. Be prepared. I think we've got some rough road ahead of us, but I'm hoping we can get in the holiday season, put some of this dumb shit behind us, and maybe have a decent Thanksgiving and or Christmas. That's what I'm hoping for. So
Sure.
keep prayed up. and pay attention to try to get past all the noise and keep your eye on the prize, because there's a lot of people there trying to work an angle to keep you distracted. That being said, that's all I got. Thank you all for being here. Be safe, stay prayed up, and we'll see you on the flip side. Night,
Good night,
everybody.
kiddos.